Hello guys, once again, and welcome to Rinaldini Aviation. In this video we are going to do some problem solving and listening activities. I will play a few audios of certain situations. After listening to each audio, try to understand and figure out what happened. You can always leave a comment down below stating what you think happened. At the end of the video, I will post all scripts of all the audios. Okay? No cheating, please. So let's do it.
The aircraft took off from Exeter at 22:37 for a flight to East Midlands. When reaching East Midlands, the RVR was below minima, so the crew elected to hold at 2,500 feet over the Lichfield NDB. After 45 minutes, the fuel state dictated a diversion to Liverpool. A localizer DME approach to Liverpool runway 9 was made. Winds were 060 degrees at 8 knots, with a visibility of 12 kilometers and a temperature of +1. The aircraft passed the threshold at 88 to 90 knots, and when the aircraft was at 20 to 30 feet over the runway, it started to sink rapidly. The shorts touched down hard on the right main gear, causing it to collapse. The Caravan was cleared for takeoff from runway 09. Some 3/4 of the way through the takeoff run, a yaw to the right was experienced. This yaw was controlled and the aircraft lifted off the runway. The plane then began to yaw again, and the pilot barely managed to control it. The Caravan descended, struck a frozen lake, flipped over, and came to rest inverted approximately 1,000 feet past the end of the runway and 200 feet to the right of the extended right edge of the runway. Instrument meteorological conditions prevailed at the destination Grand Canyon, and the aircraft was cleared for a localizer instrument approach. The weather was below landing minimums, and the pilot executed a missed approach. He then diverted to the company designated alternate airport at Bullhead City. The aircraft was 6.5 miles out on final approach for Bullhead runway 34 when both engines lost power. A forced landing was carried out in a dry wash. Flight 219 experienced an in-flight electrical fire, which filled the cockpit with smoke and fumes. The crew donned their oxygen masks and turned off both generators and the battery switch. They flew with a flashlight for 1 minute and then turned the emergency power switch on after the flames had extinguished themselves. Shortly after takeoff, the airplane would not achieve a normal climb rate. The engine temperature started to rise as the pilot increased climb power. The right engine was shut down. Since the pilot could not maintain level or a climb attitude, he selected an open field for a forced landing. During the approach for the forced landing, the pilot realized that the landing gear handle would not operate, and he was not sure of the landing gear position. The airplane touched down in the open field and rolled about 700 feet before the gear collapsed.